Good day, Verson Wool. I hail Carib-Sport. Well, it's over for the Trinidad Tobago under 20 team. We went down 3-0 to Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, it was a game of, I would have to say, mixed results, mixed fortunes. The night before the game, quite a few members of the game came down with food poisoning. This is in Costa Rica. Final match against Costa Rica. Winner goes to the final round of World Cup qualifying. Very curious. Um, I don't know if the TTFA is going to investigate, make a complaint. And if they made a complaint, what would happen? The game has already been played. It's very curious. Didn't happen to Costa Rica, didn't happen to the other teams, happened to us. And well, first of all, let's talk about the game. Um, for a team that had food poisoning the night before, I thought they played okay under the circumstances. In general, yes, Costa Rica was the better team, but Trinidad was never outplayed, never dominated, never overwhelmed. Um, I might be contradicting myself. Didn't even get a decent shot at goal in the first half, but they would make plays right down to the box and get broken down. Get broken down. Okay, and you'd see that, for example, this fella Dominic Joseph, Caprieta, they didn't look their normal, overwhelming selves. Zum Garcia was perhaps maybe one of the better players on the field. He's dribbling, he's fast, he can shoot. At one point, he fell down and still kept control of the ball, although he was being tackled. Got up and passed it off and maintained possession. Another point deep on the left, he made a beautiful pinpoint pass to the far right. And that was it. You didn't really see people standing out. Again, part of it might be this is Costa Rica, not Bermuda or Barbados, different level of football. And the other part is, of course, if you had food poisoning the night before, how good is your team? All right, how good would Costa Rica have been had they had food poisoning the night before? So, at the end of the day, yes, Costa Rica won the game. Um, this guy Kalicharan came on in the second half. Not a flashy player, but he seems to make a difference. He finds a pass, he finds a shot. He's a big strapping fellow. I'm trying really hard not to judge the Trinidad and Tobago team on this game. Why? If you had food poisoning the night before, is an unfair comparison. Because you found that Joseph and Caprieta, for example, two outstanding players of this tournament for TNT, were not themselves at all in this game. They didn't have their usual flash and drive. And I said, is it because it's Costa Rica? Is it because it's food poisoning? Maybe a little bit of both. At the end of the day, this is a good team. It's not a great team, but it is a good team. And you see a few of these guys going on to play for Trinidad and Tobago. Um, yes, Caprieta and Joseph, Malachi Webb, Zum Garcia, the number 4 right back, whose name I have completely forgotten. I'm so vexed with myself. Um, but the right back at number 4. And these you can see these guys having a future with Trinidad and Tobago. I really like Caprieta, the way he overlaps to the left. And as I said, none of these guys were able to stand out um, on that day. Maybe it was because of better opposition, but I honestly believe too food poisoning obviously contributed to that. It's tough luck, and now onto this food poisoning basis. There's always some nonsense going on. When our senior team went to Jamaica for the World Cup qualifiers, they will wait a few hours at the airport, wait a few hours checking in at the hotel. I think we just have to start doing tit for tat. It's not a classy, nice thing to do, but if everybody's doing it, it's like a good falling footballer holding on to a man or hitting him a little something while you're passing him. Um, Everybody doing it, you want to have an even keel, par for the course as we see it. So maybe the Jamaicans next time we'll take them on the priority bus route and the bus will shut down. Maybe the Costa Ricans they'll get some nice doubles with a little extra something in it, Um, we have to start doing these things as well. It's not a classy thing to do, but if they're doing it, we can't just take it like a punching bag, like a pack of bubbly. But that's only for the TTFA to sort out. At the end of the day, as I said, this is not a bad team and one or two players to keep your eyes on. People might wonder, well, Bermuda drew through all of these Costa Rica. Why couldn't Trinidad do something a little better? Well, for two reasons, I think. One, yes, food poisoning affects the potency of your team. Two, I think Costa Rica had no respect for Bermuda, and Costa Rica was playing high up. The Bermudans could play on the counter, and they got some nice space. Plus, that equalizing third goal with the free kick was magnificent. They didn't give Trinidad and Tobago that kind of space because they knew Trinidad and Tobago was a much better midfield and forward line than Bermuda or Barbados. They really pressed us. They really pressured us. And I think, obviously, this is one of the reasons. So, I look forward to some of these guys. Obviously, they're going to go into under 23 if we even have an under 23 program. Guys like Malachi Webb, Caprieta, of course, Dominic Joseph, Daryl Garcia, and so on. The goalkeepers, it looks like a solid guy as well. Again, yet another addition of a litany of good goalkeepers we have in Trinidad and Tobago right now. So tough luck for us. Tough luck for us. We lost. That food poisoning thing is a little, a bitter taste in the mouth. But Costa Rica, brethren, what goes around comes around. Cuídate, mis hermanos. Cuídate, por favor.